The Reels hook formula that sends viewers straight to your storefront. The first 3 seconds decide whether someone taps your profile. Here's the exact hook structure that gets them there. A reel with 400,000 views and 0 profile taps is a magic trick with no payoff. It happens constantly, and it's almost never a distribution problem. The algorithm did its job and put the video in front of people. It's a hook problem. Most creators write hooks engineered to stop the scroll, which is the wrong target. Stopping the scroll gets you a view. It does not get you a tap on your name, and it definitely doesn't get you a click on the link that leads to your storefront. Those are 3 separate, harder jobs, and each one needs its own line of copy working toward it on purpose. 3 seconds, 3 different jobs. Break down what actually has to happen between someone opening Reels and landing on your store.fan username page, and you'll see why one clever line rarely does all the work. Second one is the pattern interrupt, the visual or verbal jolt that stops a thumb mid-scroll. Second 2 is the curiosity gap, the reason to keep watching instead of swiping away. Second 3, and really the whole rest of the video, is the setup for the caption CTA, which is the only thing that actually gets someone to leave the app and go looking for you. Nail the first 2 and skip the third, and you've made a viral video that made you $0. The pattern interrupt. By the first half second, you have less time than you think to register as not another ad. The interrupt can be visual, a jump cut, a zoom, an object entering frame fast, or verbal, a sentence that breaks an expected pattern. But it has to happen before your brain finishes the sentence. Here's another creator talking about some interrupts that consistently outperform a straight-to-camera intro. The contradiction opener. Everyone told me to post daily. I posted twice a week and made more money. Breaks the expected advice pattern instantly. The wrong assumption call out. You're pricing your ebook wrong, and it's not because it's too expensive. Sets up a gap the viewer expects will be resolved fast. The mid-action cold open. Start the clip already doing the thing. Mid-edit, mid-unboxing, mid-typing a refund message, instead of a talking head intro. Motion in frame 1 beats a static face. The specific number. I made $284 from a reel with 40,000 lands harder than I made money from a viral reel, because specificity reads as true. Notice none of these mention what you're selling yet. That's on purpose. The interrupt's only job is survival past the first swipe. The curiosity gap has to point off platform. This is the part creators get backwards most often. A curiosity gap that resolves inside the video keeps someone watching, which is great for retention metrics and does nothing for your storefront. A curiosity gap engineered for taps deliberately leaves the payoff outside the video. You want the viewer to finish the reel thinking, okay, but where do I actually get that? Not, okay, got it. Moving on. The withholding rule. If someone could screenshot your video and get 100% of the value, you gave away the one thing that was supposed to earn you a tap. Always keep the most useful 10%, the template, the exact tool, the full list, on the other side of the click. Caption CTAs. Name the destination and the reward. Link in bio is not a CTA, it's a location. It tells someone where to look, not why to look there or what they'll find when they do. A caption CTA needs 2 things a location doesn't provide: a named reward and a reason to act now instead of later, because later on social media means never. Weak. Link in bio. Bruh strong. The free checklist is the first thing on my store.fan. Took me 20 tries to get it right, saves you all of them. Weak. Check out my shop, Tutan Shong. Full templates on my storefront. Same one I sold 300 copies of last month. Weak. DM me for info. Strong. Everything's already laid out on my page. Tap my name. No DM needed. It's instant. That last example matters more than it looks. A lot of viewers hesitate to tap through because they assume there's friction waiting on the other side. A DM, a waitlist, a form. Naming the fact that it's instant removes that hesitation before it forms. Because delivery on store.fan really is instant and automatic. That line isn't a growth hack exaggeration. It's just accurate. The moment someone pays, they get their download link or course access on screen and by email. No waiting on you. The 4-line hook skeleton. When you're staring at a blank caption box at 11 p.m., you don't need inspiration. You need a formula you can run in under 2 minutes. Here's the one worth memorizing. Line 1. 1C, on screen or spoken. The pattern interrupt, a contradiction, a wrong assumption, or a specific number. Line 2. 1-3 sec. Name the outcome without naming the mechanism. Body of the video. Deliver real value and proof. But hold back the one asset that makes it actually usable. The template, the exact list, the finished file. Caption CTA. Name the destination, my storefront, the first link on my page, the reward, what's waiting, and a proof point, a number, a result, a time frame that makes the click feel low risk. Run 5 different reels through that same skeleton, and you'll start to see which of your topics naturally produce strong gaps and which ones don't. Topics with a clear withholdable asset, a template, a tool, a checklist, a specific number or price, outperform pure opinion content for tap rate almost every time. Because opinions resolve in the comments and assets resolve on your storefront. Does line 1 interrupt an expected pattern instead of opening with your face and a wave? Is the single most useful piece of information withheld from the video itself? Does the caption name what's waiting, not just where it's waiting? Does the caption include a number, proof point, or time frame that makes the click feel worth it? Does the caption remove friction by mentioning that access or delivery is instant? Is the thing you're sending them to actually finished and priced? Or are you sending traffic to a half-built page? A hook's job isn't to be liked. It's to be tapped. Those are different scoreboards, and only one of them pays your rent. Don't waste the traffic you just earned. Every one of these tactics assumes the viewer lands somewhere that closes the loop you opened in the video. If your bio link goes to a scattered set of external URLs, a link tree with 6 dead ends, or a storefront with a vague headline and no clear product, you've just spent real creative effort building curiosity and then handed it to a page that can't finish the job. This is the actual, unglamorous reason a single storefront link matters more than people give it credit for. It's the only page in your entire funnel you fully control, and it's the page every hook you write is ultimately working for. If you haven't set one up yet, it takes less time than editing the reel does. Create your store, add the product or free lead magnet your hook is promising, connect Stripe or a PayPal email so Apple Pay and Google Pay work automatically, and you're ready to point traffic at it. Want to see what a finished one looks like before you build yours? Check out a live example store for a sense of how headline, blurb, and product titles should work together. Match the hook to the offer, not just the trend. A hook promising a free checklist should send someone to a free lead magnet, not a $97 course. That mismatch is one of the fastest ways to burn trust and tank your tap-to-purchase rate on the next video. Map your content calendar loosely against your offer ladder. Pure value. No pitch reels build the audience that eventually buys. Reels with a specific withheld asset drive taps toward a free product. Reels built around a result or transformation drive taps toward your paid product or coaching call. Rotate through all 3 so your profile doesn't read as one long sales pitch. And so your storefront has something relevant waiting no matter which video someone came from. Steal this test. Take your last 3 reels captions and rewrite each CTA using the destination plus reward plus proof formula above. Post the rewritten version as a comment pinned to the original instead of editing the caption, so you can compare tap behavior without losing your existing engagement. None of this replaces good content. A strong hook on a weak idea still fails, and a mediocre hook on a genuinely useful idea can still perform. But when the idea is solid, the difference between a hook written for watch time and a hook written for taps is often the entire difference between a viral moment and an actual sale. Write the second kind on purpose, send the traffic somewhere finished, and the math starts working in your favor video after video. For more tactics like this, browse the blog, and for the full walkthrough of turning a single store.fan link into a real income stream, start with the storefront itself. Key takeaways: a hook that maximizes watch time and a hook that maximizes profile taps are not the same sentence. You need to write for the second one deliberately. Curiosity gaps only convert to taps when the answer is withheld from the video and placed on your storefront or in your bio, not buried in a later frame. Your caption CTA has to name the destination and the reward, not just say link in bio. Pattern interrupts in the first half-second buy you attention. What you say in seconds 2 and 3 is what buys you the tap. Every reel is free traffic to a page that should already be built to convert. An unfinished storefront wastes every hook you write. Start your creator store, free, at store.fan.